Have you ever experienced sleepless nights due to worry and anxiety? Dear friend, do thoughts keep swirling in your head, unsolved problems, vague fears about tomorrow, leaving you tossing and turning in bed, unable to fall into peaceful sleep? Do you ever feel tired, exhausted, because you carry the burden of the whole day to bed with you? Sleepless nights not only affect physical health, but also erode our spirit, making us lose energy, focus, and even the joy of living. We long for a deep sleep, a peaceful night to recover, to be ready to welcome a new day, but it seems so far away. Amidst these common challenges, there is a famous priest known for his holy life and practical spiritual advice, who left us a priceless gift. That is Padre Pio, the famous stigmata saint of the Catholic Church. Padre Pio noticed that many of his spiritual children suffered from sleepless nights, and he deeply understood that the root of the problem lay in our minds not being at peace when we go to bed. Worries, anxieties, resentments, fears cling to us even when our bodies are tired. With love and wisdom granted to him, Padre Pio left us three simple practices, yet powerful enough to miraculously change our lives, especially if done in the last minutes before we prepare to fall asleep. He believed that just a few minutes of consciousness, we can turn a sleepless night of tossing and turning into a night of deep rest and complete peace. These practices do not require complicated rituals or profound knowledge. They require a sincere heart ready to open up to the Lord. Before we step into exploring and practicing these three precious keys that Padre Pio left behind, I earnestly invite you to take a few moments, try to breathe deeply, relax your body, and temporarily leave the worries, anxieties, work pressures you have today outside this room, outside your bed. Please open your soul and listen very carefully, because these simple practices, if applied patiently, can truly change not only your sleep, but also bring deeper peace to your mind and soul. Why are the last minutes before going to bed so important? Do you know? Padre Pio understood this very deeply. He knew that the time just before we close our eyes to sleep is an extremely sensitive moment. It is when our minds tend to replay everything that happened during the day, conversations, tasks, emotions, and even unresolved issues. The mind is like a sponge, especially at the end of the day. It tends to absorb and retain the last thoughts and feelings that we carry into sleep. If we go to bed filled with worries, anger, regret, or fear, our minds will continue to process those negative energies during sleep, leading to restless sleep, nightmares, or even complete insomnia. Padre Pio noticed that many of his spiritual children, instead of finding peace in the embrace of the Lord, carried the burdens of the whole day, worries about money, health, family, work, and even resentments, frustrations with others, to bed with them. That made their souls heavy and their bodies unable to truly relax. The last minutes before sleep are a golden opportunity for us to actively redirect our minds and emotions, replacing negative energy with positive energy and peace, preparing for a true night of rest. That is why the three practices that Padre Pio taught focus on this very important moment. Padre Pio gave us three golden keys to transform the last minutes of the day into moments of healing and peace. These three keys are gratitude, forgiveness, and trust. The first practice and the foundation is gratitude. Padre Pio taught us that before closing our eyes, we should take a few minutes to think about things that we can express gratitude for towards the Lord and life. This is not just a general thank you. It is the act of actively seeking recognizing and cherishing the graces, even the smallest, that we have received during the day. The way to practice gratitude that Padre Pio suggested is very simple and practical. Before lying down in bed, or when already in bed in the most comfortable position, take a few minutes in silence, breathe gently, and think about 3 specific things today to express gratitude. First, think about one good thing that happened during the day. It could be a happy moment, a kind word received, a job well done, a delicious meal with family, or simply the morning sunshine, a warm cup of coffee. Focus on the feeling of gratitude for that. Second, think about one difficult thing you went through today, but it helped you learn something, helped you grow, or gave you a new perspective. It's not always easy to find something to be grateful for in trials, but Padre Pio taught us to look beyond the immediate pain. Perhaps it was patience that was trained, a lesson in humility, or realizing the hidden strength within you that you never knew existed. Be grateful for the lesson, not for the pain. Third, think about one thing that you are hoping will happen in the future, but has not yet materialized, and express gratitude beforehand as if it has already been granted. This is the practice of faith, going hand in hand with gratitude, believing that the Lord is working for your best and preparing the harvest for your efforts. Practicing gratitude in such a specific way has miraculous effects on our mental health. It helps release the tension accumulated during the day, redirecting the mind's focus away from negativity towards positive and valuable things. When we focus on what we have instead of what we lack, our energy changes. Gratitude creates a positive, open, and hopeful mindset before sleep, helping to relax the nervous system, calm the mind, and create ideal conditions for the body and soul to enter into deep rest. Padre Pio believed that a grateful heart is a peaceful heart, and a peaceful soul is the key to a good night's sleep. Make finding 3 things to be grateful for a sacred evening ritual. Simple, but bringing surprisingly healing effects. But gratitude is just the first step on the path to finding peace before sleep. Padre Pio also emphasized something equally important, something that many people carry to bed every night and keeps them awake, that is, forgiveness. The second practice is forgiveness. Forgiving others, forgiving yourself, and forgiving the imperfect circumstances of life. Padre Pio understood that anger, resentment, regret, and the inability to forgive are heavy chains that bind our minds and hearts, preventing us from finding peace and falling into restful sleep. When we carry those negative emotions to bed, they will continue to torment us throughout the night. The way to practice forgiveness according to Padre Pio's teachings is not complicated, but it requires sincerity and courage. Take a few minutes after practicing gratitude to practice forgiveness. First, forgive others. Think about anyone who has hurt you today, whether accidentally or intentionally, through words or actions. It could be a colleague, boss, family member, friend, or even a stranger. Padre Pio taught that we do not need to agree with their actions or condone the wrong, but we choose to forgive them, releasing them from our judgment in our minds. Forgiving others is the act of freeing ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. Second, forgive yourself. This is often the hardest thing. We may feel regret for mistakes made today, for words spoken without thinking, for things not done well enough, or for missed opportunities. Padre Pio understood that we are not perfect and we will make mistakes. Forgive yourself for the imperfections of today. Silently say in your heart, I forgive myself for the mistakes, the shortcomings of today. I know I tried my best within my ability. Self-forgiveness helps release the burden of regret and self-blame, allowing the soul to be lighter. Third, forgive the imperfect circumstances. Sometimes we feel angry or dissatisfied with life itself, with things that happen outside our control, traffic jams, bad weather, bad news, plans gone wrong. Padre Pio taught us to accept that not everything goes our way, and we choose not to hold on to that frustration or dissatisfaction. Forgive today for its imperfections. Practicing forgiveness, simple as it may seem, has surprisingly powerful emotional release effects. It removes the burdens of anger, resentment, regret, and self-blame from our minds and hearts just before sleep. When we forgive, we release the negative energy that binds us, allowing the mind to be at peace and relaxed. As Padre Pio implied, forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but the strength to free ourselves from the torment of negative emotions. Make forgiveness an end-of-day release ritual, so the soul is at peace before entering restful sleep. And after we have released the burdens of anger, resentment, and regret through the practice of forgiveness, now is the time to truly relax our minds and souls through the final practice, trust. The third practice, and the culmination of this process, is trust in the Lord. Padre Pio understood that the deepest root of insomnia and anxiety is our attempt to control and solve every problem in life ourselves, instead of entrusting them to the all-powerful and loving one. We carry worries about work, family, health, finances, the future, and try to find solutions even when we are in bed. That keeps our minds from ever resting. Padre Pio taught that we do not have to carry everything alone. We have a Heavenly Father who loves and provides for everything for us. Practicing trust is the act of letting go of control, relaxing the mind, and entrusting all those worries, problems, burdens to the Lord's care. The way to practice trust, according to his teachings, is an act of faith and surrender. After practicing gratitude and forgiveness, lie in the most comfortable position, breathe gently. Now, visualize all the worries, unresolved problems from today, or the fears about tomorrow, like stones weighing down your chest or surrounding you. Acknowledge them, do not avoid them. And now, with a conscious act, visualize yourself gently laying those stones of worry down. Visualize yourself giving them to Jesus, or placing them at the foot of the cross, or placing them into the loving hands of your Heavenly Father. Continue breathing gently and feel the relief as you release those burdens. The effect of trust is immense on our minds and sleep. When we truly entrust our worries to the Lord, our minds are freed from the need to constantly think, find solutions, or worry about things beyond our control. We realize that there is an all-powerful one who loves us and is working for our best. Trust brings a deep peace, a certainty that we do not have to carry everything alone. A lightened mind, no longer burdened by the pressure of control, will easily enter a state of relaxation and be ready to fall into restful sleep. Padre Pio believed that a trusting soul is a peaceful soul, and peace is the path to good sleep and complete restoration. Make trust the last whisper before you drift off to sleep. Padre Pio, the saint full of mercy and wisdom, gave us a priceless treasure, 3 simple keys with miraculous transformative power to turn sleepless nights of tossing and turning into moments of healing, restoration, and true peace. These 3 keys are gratitude, forgiveness, and trust. They are three gentle steps leading us from the darkness of worry and anxiety to the light of peace and hope in the embrace of the Lord. Every night, before falling asleep, we have a new opportunity to practice these three things. Don't wait until tomorrow. Tonight, this very night, is the time to start the change. Take a few minutes at the end of the day to find three things to be grateful for. Practice forgiveness towards everyone and yourself. And finally, release all worries in an act of complete trust in the Lord. If you feel that these simple pieces of advice and practices from Saint Padre Pio have touched your heart, if you long for more peaceful nights and to wake up feeling more refreshed, please join me in an act of faith. Please write the phrase "I trust in the wisdom of Saint Padre Pio" in the comments below. This will not only strengthen your faith, but also connect you with others who are also seeking peace through his teachings, building a community to support and remind each other to practice every night. If you find this video helpful, if you believe that these teachings can benefit you and those you love, please consider showing your support by pressing the like button for this video. Your likes help spread this message of peace and hope to more people who are also searching for true peace. And if you want to make practicing these peace-bringing teachings a regular part of your daily life, if you want to continue receiving meaningful messages, prayers, and deep reflections to nourish your soul and seek true peace, please press the subscribe button for the Daily Prayer Pathway channel right now, and don't forget the little bell icon next to it. It will help you not miss any videos as soon as we upload them, so you always have a source of inspiration and reminder for your journey to peace. Finally, please share this video with anyone you know who is struggling with sleep, with worry, or who is seeking true peace in life. A small share from you can be the starting point for a great change in someone's life, helping them find their way to peaceful sleep and peace in their soul. Padre Pio gave us three simple but powerful keys. Now is the time for us to open the door to the peace that the Lord and He want us to receive. Every night is a new opportunity to change. I wish you a peaceful night, a very deep sleep, and to wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed, full of energy, and at peace.